scary stories. Want to read some? Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are reading scary stories in what the fuck is the word? Because Halloween is coming up, so I thought what would be better to read scary stories and really set the tone for the spooky season that is coming up. What the hell? We're gonna read some scary stories, and I did my makeup for this. I didn't know what else to do, so I just did a skull. So to get in the mood, hello, it's Halloween. But before we get into that, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? How is you cool? Do you need that? Like, what's going on? Bitch, do you want me to poison your candy? Yeah, let's get right into this video. Wait, why am I kind of scared for real? Okay. Okay, this is the first one. I'm scared. I'm getting these off of Reddit, by the way. So shout out to Reddit. Alright, okay, yeah. When I was about 11, I started hearing whispering in my... Don't fucking play with me. Bitch, don't fucking play with me. This is not the time. It's not the time, my dude. When I was about 11, I started hearing whispering in my room. It didn't sound like it was in my head. It was coming from a corner in my room. I didn't really know any better, and so I talked back to the voice. I asked what it was, what its name was, and it answered. She said she was a little girl named Mary, and that she was a ghost. One day, I stupidly do not do this. Asked if she would show herself, and she did. So I heard a whisper that said yes, and this energy manifested itself right before my eyes. It was a weird purple mist. I absolutely freaked out, ran out of my room, and into the living room where I watched it follow me down the hall. Made its way over to in front of the wall beside our couch and turned into a shadow of a little girl. I ran outside extremely fucking freaked out. Called my mom, and she was texting my friend like crazy. I was so scared that she picked me up and brought me to the office. We have a family business with her. The energy followed me all day. I saw it in the office. It followed me to lunch at a restaurant. It tugged at my hair the next day. I eventually commanded it to leave me alone, and we moved out of the apartment pretty soon after for unrelated reasons. Genuinely the scariest thing that happened to me. I don't have any conditions that cause me to hallucinate, nor would I have been taking anything at the time that might have caused it. Whoa. So Mary, you're a up-ass bitch. I mean, Kay. Ooh, Mary, don't come for me. I'm sorry. I'm actually so... Mary, listen. I didn't mean that. Please don't come after me. I like my life. So if you could not come after me, I would very much appreciate that. I don't really have a comment on this, to be honest. I kind of want to shit myself a little bit. I'm scared. Okay. Next. This one is called the Purple Man. I don't know what makes him purple, but okay. When I was 3, I woke up one night and saw what I ended up calling the Purple Man. He was this tiny purple silhouette of a man in a coat and with a hat. He had no features on his face. Okay, so that maybe would have been fine, but like anything with no face, like immediately, no. Immediately, I'm out of there and I'm running away and I'm moving to Arkansas. Because anything with no face, it just makes it more scary. Like, bitch, why don't you have a face? Why don't you have a nose? Why don't you have a mouth? Why don't you have eyeballs? That's weird and that's scary, and get somebody else to do it. He had no features on his face. He played around my room for a little while. I followed him wherever he went to watch. At one point, he waved to me and just disappeared. I never saw the Purple Man again after that. Fast forward to a few years ago. My then 3-year-old son was napping in my room at my parents' house. When I got him, he told me he saw this purple man in the room. I could feel the blood drain from my face. I told my mom, and she looked completely freaked out. And since she remembered me talking about it to when... What? She remembered me talking about it when I was little. I questioned my son, who just told me about the purple man. Who just told me the purple man was in the room. I can't read for shit. Apologies. I questioned my son, who just told me the purple man was in the room, and then went away. My daughter is 3 now, and I'm waiting to see if this happens to her too. It's just so creepy that my son saw the purple man too. I never mentioned it to him at all. He does have a habit of seeing weird things though. Another time he asked my mom who the smiling man was sitting next to her on the couch. There was no one there. Yo, I'm scared. What do you mean the smiling man next to you on the couch? What the hell? Hell no, wait, I don't want to do this anymore, guys. I'm kind of scared. He said that he never told his son about the purple man, but his son still sees things, but like, that still doesn't... He must have for real seen the purple man. You know what I mean? Because how would he think of the purple man? You know what I mean? I hope that's making sense. Like, he's seeing things, but how did he know that? How would he have known that you also seen the purple man? He wouldn't just think like, oh, purple man. That's not a common thing. You know what I mean? So, okay, next one. I saw my deceased ex-husband in my kitchen. This is gonna be interesting. I was watching TV in the living room in the middle of the day. He kept ooh, not he, my bad girl. As I said, I can't read, mind your business. And kept hearing this sound like someone was jiggling their change around. And it was loud, as if it were in the room with me. I paused my TV, yet the sound persisted. Persisted? That's okay. So I start to look around the room, and when I got to the kitchen, I saw him standing there. That was pretty short, pretty simple, you know? I went to the kitchen, and I went to the kitchen, and he was there. He didn't want to hide, or... He was looking around as if taking stock of my apartment. Oh, and he was jiggling change in one hand, while flipping a quarter in between his fingers with the other hand. something he did a lot when he was alive. He turned his head and saw me frozen, staring at him. The expression on his face was new. I would never forget. I would never forget his eyes got huge. He kind of tilted his head backwards with the expression like, "You can see me?" I don't know how long we stared at each other for, but I turned away when I started to hear my cat ripping up the fucking carpet in the other room. When I turned back to my ex, he was gone. It's worth noting that he had been dead for a couple months too. Saw Romanian women I worked with told me that the dead stick around for 3 months before crossing over. I don't know about all that, but I know without a shadow of a doubt what I saw that day. I really do believe that ghosts are real because I like fun. Like, if you don't believe in ghosts, like, do you just hate everything fun? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I think that ghosts are real. There's no way they're not. There's so much evidence. Not like evidence, but like, I mean, I guess evidence. But like, there's so much paranormal shit that goes on. Ghosts are real. Next one. When I was about 16 years old, I encountered something that still bugs me to this day. I woke up around 6 a.m. on a normal weekday and went downstairs to get ready for school. No one else in my family had woken up at this point. I got in the shower, still sleepy and could barely hold my eyes open. After a few minutes of showering, someone tried to get in, and I told whoever it was that I was in the shower. The person then proceeded to aggressively open the door. I saw the handle going up and down like crazy. And he / she / whatever knocked on the door harder and harder. And then it suddenly stopped. Didn't think about it much. When I got out of the shower, I realized nobody was up yet. I proceeded with eating breakfast, and after a while my dad came down the stairs. So I asked him if it was he who wanted to use the bathroom earlier. He said no, and that both my mom and younger brother was still asleep. So it could not have been them either. And even if it had been any family member, they would not have tried to open the door so aggressively at 6 a.m. If that were me, I would have hopped out of that shower real quick, put my hair up, and beat the shit out of that nigga. And what about it? Bitch, I fight ghosts too. What are you talking about? I fight ghosts too. So, no, because at 6 in the morning, if you're banging on the fucking door, I don't give a fuck if it's a person. I don't give a fuck if it's a ghost. I don't care if it's a dog. I'm beating okay, maybe not the dog. I love animals. But if it's a person or if it's a ghost, I don't give a fuck. I'm beating your ass. Because I'm already irritated at 6 in the morning. I just woke up. It's 6 in the morning. Why are you banging on the door? You know, so I would go ahead and call Ghostbusters and have them suck that nigga up in their fucking vacuum thingy. Next story. My MacBook died. So we're gonna do the rest on my phone. I think I was 9 years old, and it was in this creepy house we used to rent before my parents bought their house. There were a lot of spooky experiences, but this one put shivers down my spine for weeks. I was in the kitchen facing the stove. From there, I could look out into the living room, and there was a bar counter right where the stove was. I hope that layout makes sense. I was standing at the stove making mac and cheese when I see my sister, 10 at the time, on her hands and knees crawling from behind the bar, peeking into the kitchen. I think she was trying to scare me because she laughs when she sees I saw her and crawls backwards to be hidden by the bar. I go to call her out and I call her, but she's nowhere in the living room. I remember how hard my heart sank when I realized she was in the shower. I went to my dad and asked how long she's been in the shower, and he tells me at least 15 minutes. My whole family talks about that house and how eerie it was to live there. What? Okay, so she thought she seen her sister on her hands and knees, crawling from behind the bar, peeking into the kitchen. She laughs once she sees her, crawls backwards to be hidden by the bar. I go to call her out, and I saw that she was nowhere in the living room because she was in the shower. Okay, shit like that is like fucking scary, bro. Like it seems all normal, and then there's one thing that is just like boom twist. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was just pretty normal. I mean, I don't know about the fucking on your hands and knees crawling, peeking. I don't know about that, but it seemed pretty normal. And then you said she was in the shower. What? What do you mean she's in the shower? Okay, so that's where we're gonna end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you want. I don't really care, but I like reading comments, so do that. But make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video, and you can join whatever shenanigans goes on this YouTube channel. That is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.